You saw me with eternal eyes while I was.
My name is Sonny. I'm from Cross River State, Obubura local government. I came to Port Harcourt since 2004 to 2005. I've been working for so many places, but no avail. I've tried my best as a young guy to meet up life. It wasn't easy. I was working at a waste bin company. I was working with water handling company. So the owner of the company now decided that we should open a waste bin company. So I was the one that was managing the company. I started it very small with one Ford vehicle that looked like Sienna. I started the job. Me and one boy were working, doing the job like that small. So we have just 4 hotels then. So from there now, and I employ marketers. When the Sienna has the problem, and I went to Aba and bought one of the truck that I was using. So after that one, I was still using the truck. We now make another money again. We move again. I went to again and buy another truck again. So I started one night. I slept, and I had the dream that I am working for OPM. So I moved that morning. I went and tell the owner of the company that I want to start working for OPM free. He said, how come this kind of thought? I said, sir, that is what my mind tell me to do. So I came one Saturday as I was passing. I saw them doing clean up at OPM gate. I stopped. I branched. They say PA has not approved. I left. I came here. It took me like 1 month before I get access to work for OPM, his house and the church in GRA. So when my mama died, my mother died last year. That was 2020 that my mother died. So she was at the mortuary till 2021. It was just a few months ago that we went for the burial and burial her. OPM gave me 100,000. Those same boys that were working with me, they said I'm going to share the money with them. I said, okay, let them hold on. If I come back from my mother's burial, if they pay salary from the company, I will give them something because they are helping me to work at the OPM too. They said, no problem. So after that first month, the second month, they now went and set me up from the owner of the company that I've been working with OPM. And OPM is paying me every month. And OPM is paying me 100,000 every month. The owner of the company now get angry. So he said, since for me to do that, he didn't even go to make any inquiries to find out whether it's true or not. He fired me. I called PA on phone. That's see what happened. PA said, is that a problem? He said, yes. PA now said, okay, come to the church and stay. I don't have anywhere to go then. I don't have anything to do. So I came to the church. I stayed at the church. I was still doing my normal waste bin work up till now. And I will not stop as long as OPM is concerned. So I stayed in the church. Daddy called me whether am I going to travel to abroad. I said, no, Daddy. My wife just put to bed and she's still at the village. Daddy said, okay. Just go. I will fix you somewhere where you will work. I said, okay, Daddy. So I was in the church for a couple of times. Daddy went and gave me a comfortable place at Alo. So the next thing Daddy now tell me that I should go and look for a truck where I will buy so that I will come and start up my dustbin business. I say, what kind of a man is this? Giving me a house, now I want to buy me a car. Hi. I said, okay. And I started looking for the truck. But I could not see the kind of truck I was looking for. So that I will not go and buy any truck that will start giving me stress tomorrow. Then I'll still run back again to daddy. Say, daddy, see. So, and I thought of the business. Before I will start up the business, before the business will stand, it will take me like 3-4 years before the business will stand. Because even the previous one that I did with that man, the business took a lot of time to pick up. So since I have the idea now, and I tell Daddy that, seriously, I would need a small car where I will start up highway, or let me just say, start up transport business. Daddy said, okay. Look for which type of car do you want? I say I need a Sienna car. Daddy said, okay, go and look for one. I left. I looked for the car. I came back. Even as I came back, I was still praying God should direct me to the right vehicle so that I will not see any problem with the motor tomorrow. So now, the one I saw is direct Belgium Honda Odyssey. So when I came with the car, I thought it was just, maybe I was seeing it like joke. If I know that they say we should collect the key, that they should come and collect their money on Monday. I said, So on Monday they came. The bank did not open that day, so they came on Tuesday. Daddy paid for the vehicle. As I'm talking to you now, I'm now a owner of a brand new car, parked in the church for now because I need to fix 1 or 2 things before I dedicate the church, before I dedicate the car. I just thank God that God has to lead me to Daddy, that changed my story, changed my life. Everything about me has changed. I just thank God for everything. I say, may His name alone be praised and be glorified.
By the grace of God, I'm Apostle Chibuzo Gifchinyere. I'm the General Overseer of OPM, Omega Power Ministries. In my personal residence, there's a young man that normally carry dustbin. They come with a group of their staff. They carry dustbin. So I've been doing it, and suddenly he was doing it free of charge. Formerly, there's somebody that was doing it, but my PA just told me that a young man came saying he wants to be carrying dustbin free of charge. So is this young man that is doing it? That's okay, no problem. And he had been doing it. My PA called me. One day and said that the young man that is doing that thing free has been sacked. And where he's living to, because where they do the dustbin is they gave him accommodation there. So he has also been removed from the accommodation with his family, and his family have moved to this village. I said, please bring him. It's okay. First accommodation, I gave him a free accommodation. So yeah, so bring your family from the village. You cannot be in Port Harcourt, your family in the village. It's okay. So he brought his family back and they put him in the country. It's okay. I told my ADC to bring him, so he brought him. I said, I would like to send you abroad to go and work. He said no, he doesn't want to go abroad. I said, okay, what do you want? He said he wants to drive. I said, okay, you want to drive transport vehicle? He said yes. I said, okay, go and look for a vehicle so that I will get it for you. So he got a vehicle, and on Thursday last week, I paid for the vehicle he brought. So, and that was it. So we started to change the color for it so I can use it for this. I got him a Sienna bus. So it's okay, we're going to paint the vehicle so that it can be using it for highway, going to maybe Lagos, Abuja, and all that. That was on Thursday. On Friday, on Saturday, 3 days later, on Sunday, I went to church. You know how stressful church is. I go in the morning, I'll come back late in the evening because after church, I do counseling. So when I came back, I was very tired, I was about to eat. And suddenly, my security called me from the gate. There is a man at the gate. He said he wants to see me. I said, who is that? How can somebody want to see me after the stress I went through today in the church? How can somebody want to see me today? It's not possible. I cannot see the person. He said, no, the person needs to want to see me. He said he brought a gift. Well, Bible says, man's gift, make it a way for him. Well, I said, which gift is that? Who is the person? Can you give him phone? I still didn't allow them to come into the compound. From outside, I told the security, give them phone. I said, yes. He said, you're bringing gift. He said, yes. Please, who are you? He said, my boss sent me to bring a car for you. I said, bring a car? Who is your boss? Is he a member of OPM? He said, no. Have your boss met me before? He said he doesn't know. I said, okay. Can I have the number of your boss? Still, they were still outside. I didn't want them to come in because I didn't know who, the security situation in Nigeria. So he gave me the number. I dialed. He was still outside my gate. I dialed the boss and I called him. I said, hello? Your driver this is Apostle Chibuzo. He said, good day, sir. Man of God, God bless you. I said, please, so there's somebody at my gate says your driver. He said you sent him. He said, yes. I just bought a vehicle. This is the first time I'm using that vehicle. So I took it to church. While in the church, I said, who church? Are you a member of OPM? He said, no. He said, he called the name of his church. So while he was in his church, he got a message, clear, a very clear voice. He said, carry this vehicle, don't use it. Carry this vehicle as brand new, take it and hand it over to Apostle Chibuzo of OPM. He was wondering, say, why did let me hand it over to my own pastor. He was contemplating, why don't I give it to my own pastor or this? He said, this is how the message came. So, and he said that's how he came. I said, wonderful, that is miraculous. So I told him, okay, can I see you? That was the first time I'm seeing him. He came down with the wife. So I prayed for them. And this is the vehicle. 22 million, 24 million vehicle. Brand new, it has not been used. He said, he had the clear voice, say, take it, don't use this vehicle, take it and hand it over to Apostle Chibuzo. I've never met him before. I've never seen him before. He's not a member of my church. He's not related to me in any way. But he said, God got the message and brought it. So I sowed a seed to a helpless man on Thursday. A man that was carrying the dustbin in my house, the refuse bin in my house. I sowed that seed and gave him. I bought a vehicle. Say, take, be doing and help your family because he lost his job. I did it on Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days later, I got this vehicle. That is how the first brand new car I drove. I went to church. I was ministering, and the Lord said, "Carry this Hummer Jeep." That was when Hummer Jeep was in vogue. Carry it, hand over to, and I carried it. I went with car to church, and I came back home with leg. I went that day. I called her the lady. Said, "Take this Hummer Jeep." After giving her, it's not up to 30 days. I got a Land Cruiser Jeep. You see, there is power in giving. I've learned a lesson in giving. Each time I give, God in turn gives me like almost 100 times of what I've sown. You can't compare a Hummer Jeep with a brand new Land Cruiser Jeep. It's incomparable, brand new. So each time this seed is sown, God in turn pays it back. Each time this seed is sown, God in turn pays it back. The family just gave brand new Land Cruiser, and today the same thing. So I believe that one thing is to give, and that thing is to give to a fertile soil. I don't know what the ministration the man got. Why is OPM? He had never seen this man before. I've never preached to him before. I've never spoken to him before. But God, he said, God ministered to him. Say, carry this car, hand over the brand new car he bought for his own use, hand it over to Apostle Chibuzo give to you. So in everything I give God glory. That is why God is always faithful. God is kind. God is merciful. God is wonderful. He's a faithful God. He's a kind God. And that's why you see, these things propel me to do more. Currently, operating two free hospitals. Women that are pregnant, vulnerable women, just go there, go to the hospital, register with card. Whether it's operation, they do the operation free. They don't pay a kobo. We feed them in the hospital. Everything. How did I get out of the hospital? There was a hotel. I bought the hotel. I buy the hotel. Bought everything inside the hotel. Normally, you're supposed to use the hotel to do business, but no. I said I'm going to put the hospital here. So all the equipment, everything in the hotel. The only thing I removed was the bed. Hospital bed is different from hotel bed. So I removed the bed, but each of the rooms are in suite. You know, hotel. Each room is a suite. Toilet, bathroom, television, fridge, everything. It is there. They have to bring in beds and all that thing and ambulance. And the hotel, the hospital I've been running. We started from Abia State 7 years ago, and today we're in River State. 2 years, same hospital is running. Then the free school, currently 15 free schools that is giving education to less privilege. And by the grace of God, scholarship, you can't mention it. People are getting scholarship. In fact, I just received a call yesterday night. One of the students on scholarship just got an American visa. He'll be going to go and school in America. All expenses paid. We have people studying in America, have people studying on scholarship. Scholarship in Canada, US, Poland, Turkey, South Africa. They have people who will send to go and work. Just this year alone, I've sent more than 70 people to go and work in Dubai. We don't just send them to go and work. We consult a recruitment agency and we pay. We pay close to 600. In fact, the last money I sent for one person, just to get a job. I'm not talking about processing of visa, getting a ticket, getting the passport, paying for accommodation and all that. Just to get the job. 650 just to get that job. Each of them, one will put in, spray millions on each of them. And we have, just this year alone, sent more than 70 people. And we'll be doing it. We are doing this for the sake of God. And each time we do this, God is glorified, God is magnified. People are getting jobs in different places, both in South Africa, in Dubai, in Poland, different places. And God is just happy. God is happy. And everything we'll be doing is from the offering and tithe. We have a state where armed robbers on daily basis, even just last Sunday, today is 20th, 22nd. On the 20th, which is on Sunday, we recovered 4 guns and almost 40-something live ammunition from an armed robber. We recovered it, we handed it over to the police. And we have started rehabilitating those armed robbers. Imagine how many people those guns will kill. On me, almost every Sunday we recover gun. I'm saying this so that the whole world, you are free to go and investigate. Go and find out from the River State Police Command whether did OPM recover gun just last Sunday, which was 20th. On daily basis, we recover both bulletproof AK-47, different. Then what we'll do is this: when we bring these people, when we preach to them and they give their life to Christ, when they surrender their gun, we now, you see, look at this experiment. If you carry somebody, you put inside a room that has a very offensive odor, and that odor normally causes sickness. When the person inside that room, if you bring tablets that treats sickness and you give to that person that is inside that room, the person will drink it and become okay. But when it becomes okay, as long as it's still inside that room, that sickness will come back again. So the only way you can heal that person is to first remove the person from inside that room, then apply the drugs. Then the person will be healed and the sickness will not come back. So that is the best antidote. So what we'll do is this. We first relocate them from their forest, from the place where they are hang out. Like those doing prostitution. We first go to where they are doing prostitution. I go there. Bring them out from where they are doing their prostitution. When we bring them out, now we begin to tell them the word of God in a different location, in a different address. Because I used from the offering that I bought an estate for female and I bought an estate for men. So say there you begin to teach them the word of God and they get baptized. Then you can't just give them the word of God and get them baptized, then leave them like that. No. While they are on rehabilitation, we feed them 3 times a day. Goat's clothes, their underwear, everything the women use, cream, soap, everything, we provide it. While these things are going on, then we start business. When they finish the rehabilitation, we start business. Because if you don't start business for them, and I do my devil was shop, he will still go back to prostitution because that's the only profession he knows. But when we teach different professions, we now open business for them. There are some of them who open saloon, some of them open sewing institute, some of them we sent abroad and got them jobs who they are working. That aside. Then for the men, when we bring them out, we now teach them the word of God, teach them the fear of God. Then they learn different skills like carpentry. We have where we teach them different skills, carpentry, pipelines, scaffolding, different things. When they learn these skills, how to repair a condition, how to do repair, then now we assist them in getting jobs. Some get jobs, some we send abroad, some we assist them to get jobs locally. And all these things. And while they are in our custody, while they are undergoing rehabilitation, we feed them. So God is happy with what we're doing and saving lives, transforming people's life, moving them from nothing to something. So that is my joy and my happiness.
Even as a developing country, Nigeria is still faced with the menace of child trafficking. All the organizations that have been put up by the Nigerian government to put a stop to this problem have not been able to totally curb this menace. Here's the story of Gift Daniel, who got involved with child traffickers and how she got delivered. Gift was initially into prostitution due to hardship, and she saw this as a means to get by daily.
My name is Gift Daniel. I'm from Abia State, in Obingwa local government area. I was into prostitution before I came to OPM. From prostitution, I entered into child trafficking, and that was where Apostle Chibuzo, God used him to rescue us from the hand of the police. Actually, I was among the girls that the police handed over to him on September 2018. When we came to OPM, on that day that the police arrested us, it happened like this. I was pregnant when I was doing my prostitution work. Due to there was nobody there to assist me, I decided to enter into prostitution, thinking that that was the only way I will help myself out. Along the line, I was pregnant. I met a woman. She advised me to sell the baby and use the money and help myself out.
I'm Apostle Chibuzo Gift Chinyene. By the grace of God, I'm the General Overseer of Omega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide. One evening, I received a call from the Commissioner of Police, who happens to be a Muslim, and he said, please, a man of God, we have a situation. There are some girls, about 15 of them there, where we got information about a baby factory. So our men stormed to that place. We arrested the operator of this thing. But we rescued about 15 pregnant girls. We've been keeping them in our station. We don't know where to keep them while we investigate continue. So that's okay. He said, I heard you have some few estates and you have where you rehabilitate, less privilege. I said, yes, by the grace of God. So it's okay. He's bringing them. So they brought them to the church. So we led them to the estate. They were in sorry state. Some of them were in a bad shape. Some of them have pregnant, while some have delivered, while some, in fact, there's a particular lady, when they according to her story, when they saw that she was about to lose the baby, they said, okay, because of the money they want to gain, they have to try to force the baby out of her so they can sell the baby, because there was a buyer to buy the baby.
Although that day I delivered, the baby was not up to 9 months. It was 7 months. So the woman have to induce me for the labor to start. Along the process, she was like forcing the baby to come out from my body. But along the line, the baby died.
So on the process of trying to force the baby out, I think the baby, something happened to the baby. The baby died. And she was really smelling. Blood was draining out of her. And she had been like that. The operator of the evil baby factory could not even give her health care. So quickly rushed all of them to the hospital and took care of them.
So after that night, he took us to an estate. They drove us out from the church and took us to an estate. They gave us apartments. Bed was there, feeding was there, so even clothes, everything was there. After everything, one of the matron there, she was one that pressed me hot water. After that night, there was a thick blood that came out from my body that very night. So after that day, that was how I just got myself. The bleeding, the smelling, everything just stopped. While we were staying in the estate, the apostle was taking good care of us. We were feeding 3 times in a day.
Started their rehabilitation, opened, first we taught them the word of God. I told them the risk of trying to, sell your child. Because when you sell your children, you don't know what they want to use to do. Some people use those children for ritual.
He was taking good care of us. From there, I was given a work in the school to do, at least to be earning my own money from there. We started living life again. All this while we were thinking that all hope was lost. So from there, I met a man that said he wants to marry me. So I took him to the welfare office, to our big mommy welfare. So when he get there, mommy welfare was like, you said you want to marry my daughter. He said yes.
So on the case of this favor, a young man, a fashion designer, saw her in the church and approached her. So he wants to marry her. That was the one. So that's a good one. So the 2 of them came and met me. He said he saw this lady, likes her. Has asked her history. He want to marry her. Go ahead, I approve. So the man went, paid the bride price to the village, went to her village, paid the bride price, wedded her, and suddenly now they are husband and wife. So something happened. God is so merciful. She became pregnant. So we registered her in the OPM free hospital. We operate a free hospital, 24 hours free hospital. While she was attending at antenatal, 9 months to her delivery, while she went for scanning, they found out that the baby was breached. So when she told it to her own sister, she said, "What? Don't worry, I'll take it to a church." So she abandoned the hospital she was supposed to, left the hospital against doctor's advice and went to the church. Say the woman has the pastor of the church has a maternity. She has a maternity. And look at, why will you leave a place, OPM free hospital, to a maternity they say is church? So when he went there and told them that, look, the doctor in OPM said she's going to deliver through operation called baby breach. The pastor said, no, it's not possible that he can deliver her, and charge that money. Imagine living in a free place, a fully equipped free place, fully equipped, and going to a place that is not equipped and you pay money. So it was her own sister that took her to that place. So the process, of trying to deliver the baby died. So when she came back to the hospital and told us I was angry, she started begging. I was really, really angry. I said, for goodness sake, why will you leave a place that is free, a church that's rehabilitated you, transformed your life, and I was angry. I refused to talk to her. She sent so many people to come and plead with me, but because of God, I listened to her. So she came with her husband, pleaded, so I prayed for her and forgave her. After praying for her and forgive her, God in his infinite mercy made her she became pregnant again. So when she became pregnant again, I told her, look, we are not. She came and told me, oh, she's not pregnant. I said, okay, this time don't listen to satanic advice. Make sure she obeyed. And by the grace of God, she delivered. But I forgot to tell you something. During our wedding, I told her I would give her a wedding gift. So on our wedding day, by the grace of God, I gave her the husband a bungalow, changed everything to their name, so it's permanently their house. It's not like temporary to use. I signed a deed and gave them as a wedding gift for she and the husband, and they're living there now. They are landlord and landlady. So today, look at her.
Gift is happily married now, and her marriage is blessed with a bouncing baby girl. And now, Gift, who was once a commercial sex worker, is now a proud landlady.
Of yesterday ends today. Pain is anything that causes discomfort to you. Pain is that unfavorable situation. Pain is that thing that attacks your faith in God. Job was afflicted with so much pain, both physical pain, spiritual pain, emotional pain, but he stood still. Whatever situation you are going through now is coming to an end today. Pains cannot come to you without God's permission. If God does not permit that pain will not near you. Go through the history in the Bible. Is there anywhere they say God has failed? Don't think that God abandoned you. You became born. God is at the background watching. He knows the limits. That is why he told Satan, you can afflict him, but his life is a no-go area. Whatever pains you'll be going through, God knows. He is seeing, he's watching, and is about to reward you. It is only the blessing of God that maketh rich and added no sorrow. Anybody troubling you from anywhere shall bow before you in the name of Jesus.
OPM, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
all creation